What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a day where we install a bunch of goodies. We got a bunch of parts in, and if you read the title, you probably know what it is, but we finally got some stuff in the mail from our sponsor for this build, GKtech. All right, so we have the rear lower control arm. So this is for the whole rear suspension. Today, we're gonna be installing pretty much all of the rear suspension. We have some goodies for the front coming from them later. So we're just gonna do the rears for now. And let's take a quick look, you know, boxing, phenomenal. Comes with hardware, everything. And one thing I really like about these GKtech stuff, with a lot of their kits for most of their chassis is, of course, the quality. But it gives you like extra things like, you know, these dust boot covers for, you know, the heim joints, the ball joints, because dust gets in them very quickly and they can destroy them. Some parts of my cars have these joints and they're already worn. So having these protect it for a long time. Look at the arms right here. This is for toe arm, comes with both sides. So that is even cooler. Comes with both covers for each side, the chassis side and the knuckle side. It comes with the tapered end that goes into the knuckle, and then of course you have the traction arm or trailing arm, and also comes with the boot. Everything comes with instructions right here, right here. Oh, where'd that go? Now it's open. As well as GKtech brake lines. Of course, they sent me some Mabori flags, so got the collection up there. But let's go ahead and install these and see what it looks like on the car. All right, so we're gonna start with the rear lower control arm. You're gonna wanna set it to the lowest setting first. I like to do that, so that way, you know, everything is maxed out at the lowest setting and everything will adjust evenly. Put the dust boot on and then have this in. So let's go ahead and install it on the car. It's kind of dark in here, so let's get some lighting for you guys. With some bolts to use for the end, you can see right here, it has two different holes. This is like OEM mounting location, and if your car, you want to lower your car by 25 millimeters, put it to the top right here. So I'm gonna start it off with the OEM hole. Or maybe I'll start up here. I'll start up here, and if anything, I'll adjust it later. So we're gonna mount it through here, through the chassis. All right, got that part in. We're gonna tighten everything at the end. So ideally when tying, well, with heim joints doesn't really matter, but you wanna tighten everything at right height, so there's no binding. But since these are spherical bushings on almost all the arms, we don't need to worry about that too much. So now it's time to put this on right here. You see I have spherical bushings right here, and that is a lot of play. I'll probably change that eventually next season. So let's put this. Come on, hole. Come on. Let's see what there's on the other side. There we go. All right, time for the toe arm. Put the boot on. I actually just ripped one, so this bottom one may not have one just because I ripped the shit out of it, but it's like 30 degrees in this garage, so probably do it when it's a bit warmer. All right, we got the toe arm installed. I had to bend this out a little bit. I think from my previous accident, this got bent in too much. So that is in. Might have a slight issue right here where this is touching my dual caliper, but I think once I screw this in all the way, it should clear. So we'll test that out in a bit, but now it's time for the traction arm. All right, we got the arms in. We got to mount up the coilover, and then we got the traction arm in. Sorry, the lighting is very bad in here. Got the traction arm in. We got to tighten everything down, get an alignment, and then we got the toe arm right here. So we're gonna tighten everything up and then just get an eyeball alignment. All right, coilovers and everything mounted out pretty easy. Now it's just adjustment. There's so much adjustment with this. Got the trailing arm, which is how the wheel centers right here. Ideally, you want to get it centered as much as possible to start with. And then you got toe right here on the GKtech arm. And then you have camber through here, have stock upper control arms with the GS. And then this lowered my car like 25 mil. So we gotta raise the car a bit because it is looking a little bit low. We're going for the tooted look. So we're gonna tighten everything up now.
All right, I have everything installed, and this is pretty amazing of how much camber adjustment you get from lower control arms. Because a lot of aftermarket arms, like the cheaper ones, you can't get fully positive camber, but this thing is positive out. No uppers needed, so this is actually pretty sick. A lot of adjustment. I think I need to lower the car a bit more and adjust some camber, but
all right, so I do want to talk about adjustment a little bit. So you can see there's so many holes on the lower control arm, a lot of room for adjustability. So this hole is as if you're installing an OEM arm, OEM location. This is for the coilover. Different location means different stiffness. So you can use this top hole to lower the car by 25 millimeters. And when you do that, it actually kind of corrects the roll center on the rear a little bit because it puts the arm at a lower level. When you lower the car, the control arm starts to go like this. But if you use this hole, it kind of drops it down, so it kind of makes it back into the factory location with a lowered car. So that's cool. And then you have OEM strut bolt locations right here. So this one is the OEM location. This means softer. This means stiffer. So depending on what part you want to mount, you can actually make your coilovers a bit stiffer just by the location of the mount. And then you have sway bar location. So here, there are different locations for your sway bar. Right here is the factory one. As you go, it will move your location of your sway bar up and down. You want to keep it as perpendicular. You want your sway bar to be leveled as if it was factory, and when you lower your car, your sway bar starts to tilt up. And so figuring out the right hole where your sway bar is leveled is where you want to go. Tons of adjustment on here, super cool and super affordable for all of this. Their kit online is pretty affordable, and they sent over some brake lines which we'll install once we get the front angle kit from them. If you guys made this far, we are getting an angle kit from GKtech, so I'm super excited about that. I don't know how much of it is out already, but that's coming. And quick view of the arms. Right here, you can see in the future I am gonna run a 235. Or in this next setup, I'll be running a 235 because more tire, more grip, more longevity of tire. This is 17 by 8 plus 10. So we're gonna try 17 by 8.5 plus 35 and see where that sits. Then we can measure how big of a tire we want. All right, this is 17 by 8.5 plus 35. My new tire setup, I'm gonna run a 17 by 9 plus 35 or a little bit higher. So I just wanna see how much this pokes out to determine what offset I should get. So mount this up real quick. All right, this is a 17 by 8.5 plus 35. It is poking out a bit much. Maybe I should run a 17 by like 9 plus 40 or something like that. Trying to keep stock body. I'm not trying to go wide, but there's also like 2 or 3 degrees of positive camber. So I want to run about negative 1.5 or negative 0.5 in the rear. So we'll dial in the camber and then we'll put a wheel on again and kind of really gauge. It's towed in a lot and it's cambered out. So we still got time to adjust, almost done. All right, a better look of where I put everything. I didn't put the sway bar in, but I got it on the stiffest setting on the 25 millimeter lowered. Sway bar's probably gonna go in this location right here. And then toe arms are in. I have toe lockout plates, so make sure you get that if you have aftermarket arms, traction arms. And so we are good on this side. And yeah, we just have a little bit of more parts to wait for. We're almost done. All right, so that's it for today's video. We just did the rears for now. We're waiting for the front, lower control arm, extend lower control arms, angle kit. And we should be good to go, but everything is ready to be installed. And we just got some body work and some interior and we're gonna be done. I'll see you guys in the next one.